on personal preference as well as the tradition or martial art system that you're studying. However, you can get used to using them all. Let's look at the first one, which is called just a right-handed grip. We've got the left hand staff into the palm of the hand, wrapping the fingers around it, closing it up like a fist. And so that would be palm down. And the forward hand, grasping it with the palm up, closing the fingers around. Okay, right-handed. Or in Japanese, it's jun. J-U-N. Okay, now from there, if you just reversed the grip of the forward hand, you would have what, again, the Japanese might call a reverse grip. Hyaku. Okay, you can fight all day, thrusting, deflecting, striking downward, executing blocks with that hand grip. Pretty much unlimited. However, the other ways to hold the staff, one somewhat common one is like a baseball bat. And this would be for swinging the staff like a baseball bat. To either side of the body or up at angles, across or down. One of the things you want to be doing is holding onto the staff firmly all the time. Okay. I'm just going to refer to this hand near the bottom of the staff, near the butt end of the staff that I can lock against my body. Just going to call that a base or base hand. And the hand that's furthermost away from the body, just for ease of reference, I'm calling an outer hand. Okay. Most important aspect of your striking is to try to create some snap with the weapon. Okay. So you grip the weapon really, really firmly in each hand and make a downward strike, locking the staff against your hip. So just enough of the butt end of the staff comes out to lock it against the body. Okay, you can get some pretty hard hits going with that. And the locking the staff against the body is going to help create a little bit of snap. But now we want to add on one more basic element. I'm going to have the outer hand a little bit looser in the grip, so that I can let this hand slide just slightly into the correct position for the strike. Okay, so it slides and gets firm at the end. So it's going to be a little bit loose here. When the strike is made, the outer hand will pronate, or turn the palm downward, so that the large knuckle of the index finger is up on top. Another way to create snap is to use the body weight, which will set before the strike is made. So according to that principle, you would move the feet in preparation first and then strike. So on this one I'm just spinning and setting in the stance and getting the snap at the end. Now I'm just going to shuffle back and let the weight sink first and like find my root or find the floor and then make the strike. Now you have a nice strong squared off forward stance. Okay, the weight is forward, the left foot is pushing, and it is the back foot is slightly forward, a little bit slightly forward, just so it's not pointed backward, in the bucket, where you can't move it. That's the stance I use for this form. Like I said, there are various ways to hold the staff. Some systems will hold the staff way down here at the end. so I have the greatest extension. What I like to do is leave the butt end of the staff so it can be locked against the body. But in any case, my objective is to find a way to link the weapon to my center of gravity. Okay, it's usually done through two things: the stance, letting the stance sink, and then locking the staff in against the body in some fashion. Striking to the side here, I'm getting a little bit of a lock on the shoulder. Okay, or the lock could be under the arm or on top of the shoulder. And walk around and make the strike. Make the strike off the odd leg. Do it with the left leg forward. Step the left leg back. Okay. After you've worked that downward strike, those look very good. Just practice a simple counter of sliding the hand up the staff and striking to the side. This time lock the staff in outside the shoulder. So you have a simple combination of strikes. Could be directly sideways or up at a traditional angle. Show you Northern Chi no kan dai, a set for the bow or staff that primarily practices striking, although a lot of very excellent footwork is practiced in the set too. This form is typical of staff forms that have come through the Kenpo systems of New England. Bobby Tokyo Joe Lamattina was the originator of it, I believe. Ed Valley, sensei in New Hampshire, taught it to me. I want to share it with you. For Shushi no kan sho and for Northern Chi no kan dai, you can try using a very powerful forward stance that's set up or based on the horse stance. Take a horse stance, then turn the forward foot out, okay, pointing in the direction that you're oriented to, sinking low with the weight on the front leg. Raising the staff up over the head with the knee up. High crane, overhead strike, pretty much straight down. Okay, the left hand is nice and firm, the right hand is loose. It snaps into position as you lock the staff into the body. Shuffle up, okay, drag step, thrust with the staff. Strike to the side, slide up the staff. Strike to the side with the left hand out. Strike under, the right hand out. Again, downward strike, knee up, thrust with the staff. Shuffle up and thrust, but twice. Side strike, strike under, overhead, Helicopter, raise the right hand up above the head, the left hand follows. Strike out to the right side, locking the staff in under the right arm. Butt end strike, overhead strike, knee up, corkscrew motion, thrust with the staff. Drop the right foot back to a left cat, palming the staff completely with the left hand as much as possible with the right. Step forward with the right forward stance, pushing the staff away, doing about 3 complete figure eights. Knee up, then catch the staff and thrust. After the thrust, pivot the left foot to a left forward stance and stab the knee. Step up to a horse stance, strike under. Overhead downward strike. Helicopter strike to the right side. Strike with the butt end of the staff. Overhead downward strike. Knee up. Thrust at a 45-degree angle. Your right forward stance. Side, under, overhead. Left forward stance. Side strike. Horse stance. Side strike. Side under. Push the staff away. Shuffling steps. Figure eights. Thrust with the staff. Side, under, over. Helicopter again. Butt end strike again. Overhead strike. Now knee up with an overhead strike. Pull the staff back to your shoulder. Pivot around. Overhead strike. Drag step, shuffle. Thrust. Side, under, over. Helicopter. Butt end strike. Overhead strike. Knee up. But this time, switch your grip on the staff with the right hand. Hit to the head, grab the staff, thrust. Pull the staff back to the right shoulder in a horse stance. And finish. I'd like to show you a detail of the helicopter strike This one is a simple helicopter strike with no real change in hand position from this right-handed grip. Raising the right hand above the head, the left hand follows on its way up. Remaining high, the left hand is like the center of the circle, whereas the right hand circles outward. The figure eight, full figure eight, is done with the closed ridge hand or thumb side of the hand forward, about a third of the way down the staff, and you are just really making an X, envisioning the figure eight. Okay, with the figure eight as done in the kata, tuck the hand away to the ribs, or it could be to the chest, and you actually make small shuffle steps. Then knee up, catch, thrust with the staff. Use a tall cat stance and push the staff away from you to start the figure eight. One of the strikes you want to have for the relatively light staffs is using this baseball-handed grip that we were using. And my instructors just call this a baseball bat strike, which is letting the staff lock in against the body outside the arm. So this one, you're using that lock in to control the momentum of the strike and to be able to recoil it quite rapidly. You can do drills, moving around, hitting. Use it against the body here or against the arm. Try that. Yeah, put it right together. I have my arm bent at the elbow. So there's a landing pad for the butt end of the staff. Okay, then to practice, you just put those strikes together. Striking down, you can shuffle around, striking or stepping to the side, hitting down, hitting outside the arm to the side. Thrusting. The most important skill to pick up is sliding on the staff. Making the strike, sliding down the staff so that you get extension. Let's move toward the back of the room. That downward strike, so I'm going to limit myself as he moves. Maybe I was intending to make this downward strike on the crown of his head, but instead I moved into his hand or arm. Okay. What if I just took the opportunity to stab with that end of the staff directly into the face? Okay, so what was a wind-up for this hit is now just an attack with the butt end of the staff. Don't, use your imagination. Don't be limited. So here's what we can do: is hit downward, slide on the staff, strike to the side with baseball hits. Add this, a thrust. It's like a swing set, a swing or seesaw, swings through the air and corkscrew-like goes into its target and hit. Show, we believe, is a traditional staff form derived from Master Shu Shi. But we credit Fumio Demura, Japanese practitioner, for preserving the staff form in his classic book, Bojutsu. But it is Nick Serio that we credit with keeping the staff form alive here in New England, and many of his students appeared in tournaments throughout New England, Canada, performing Shushi no Kanchi. Salutation. Bring the right hand out, flip the staff, catching it with the left hand. Regrip the staff, pivoting on the ball of the foot while you inhale and then exhale. Raise the staff up, step back, downward strike. Step the left foot up with the knees really bent, thrust back, and explode, straightening the legs, but not entirely. Horse stance, walk low, strike. Walk, strike, circular deflection, curl. Step right and then left to a narrow forward stance. Step right and then left. Step the left back, circular deflect, and curl. Palming the staff, raise the staff, right and left, deflect, curl. The third time, palm, knee up, strike, deflect and curl. Step up to horse stance, you can lean as you block. Draw the staff back, stab. Then, withdraw the staff as you step forward for a low hit. Strike down, up. They spin, circular deflect, and curl. Step the right foot forward to a horse stance, block. Stab, withdraw, striking. A complete circle spin. Deflect and curl. Step forward to another horse stance, block, stab, withdraw, strike low, strike high, Step up with the feet together and stab, holding the staff close to the end. Drop the staff to a forward stance. Do a twist stance. Crescent kick to a horse stance. Forward stance again, blocking. Overhead strike. Both feet together, stabbing. Drop the staff to a forward stance, deflect, curl. Feet together. Bow. Place the end of the staff near the right heel. The palm with the small of the back. Step back to finish. Downward strike occurs at an angle over the right shoulder we call angle number one. Against the number one angle strike, I'm going to step out of the way and strike with that same angle at him. Thrust with the staff, withdraw it, and it swings forward into corkscrews toward the target. practice session for each kata. practicing all your weapons katas because it strengthens your empty hand forms.